Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Bulldog Show, where we try to make sure that everybody in America knows how screwed up the Biden administration is. So what's our lead story today? Well, good old Joe Biden went to a Coast Guard graduation yesterday, tried to tell the exact same joke of Ronald Reagan, which, of course, we know Joe is a plagiarizer. Anyway, it fell flat. Didn't work, bad delivery. So what does he do? He insults the entire graduating cadet class of the Coast Guard by calling them a doll class. Joe freaking Biden. A gift that keeps on giving to the... I wish I was a stand-up comedian, because I tell you right now, you got material that goes all day. I bet you Jay Leno wishes he was back on The Tonight Show all the time. Speaking of Joe Biden, and I'm mad at myself because I actually put this down on yesterday's show, and somehow when the list got typed up, it got removed. Wasn't my fault. Staff screwed up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to blame my staff. And anyway, I forgot all about it. Remember 2 days ago, Joe Biden is in Detroit to unveil a $4 trillion, yes, another $4 trillion deal. He gets into some car, electric car, and he says that the only way he's going to answer the reporter's question if he got in front of him while he stepped on the gas. Can you imagine, again, if Trump said that to a reporter about running? Oh, my God. They would file impeachment articles against him for that. Joe Biden, he's a walking, talking, demented bozo. Lightfoot. Another thing that I forgot to mention yesterday. I had Lightfoot on the air, but I forgot what I wanted to say about her. Not just all the killings. Lori Lightfoot, the mayor, says, I'm only going to talk to black and brown reporters. You know what? The way to fight racism is with some racism. I mean, that's their game. Black and brown reporters are the only ones that get to talk to little Lori Lightfoot. And by the way, if you think Lori Lightfoot's political career is over, no, 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 no. Because you know what? I got the two topics down. You're going to hear something else about that. Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, let's stick with Chicago. Murder capital of the world in the United States. And now they are the rat capital of the world. I don't watch news anymore. I just go to my phone, check it out. But I happened to check out like 5 minutes of Tucker Carlson last night, and he had a guy on that has terriers that are famous and used to kill rats. He showed his terriers killing these rats. These rats are this big. Chicago is infested with rats. Murder, rats, Lori Lightfoot. What the hell? Oregon counties. There are 5, I think it's 4 or 5 Oregon counties that want to say, see you later, Oregon. We want to go to Idaho. They want to secede from Oregon, go to Idaho. Imagine that. Remember, I once led a movement for half of Kenton County to secede. But you know what, folks? Do you blame them? And you know why we don't blame them? Next topic. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, the liberal progressive candidates won in the prosecution races for DA in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. So what is Oregon and what's Oregon that live outside of Portland? They've had enough of it. We have 2 Americas now, the big city liberals and everybody else. And why should we let geographically the people that are popular? And by the way, how do they elect? Just think about that. What's going on in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Portland? These people keep electing the same people that are giving them the hell. Irrationality at its best. That's how communism, socialism works. I got to give Danielle DeLauder, a Facebook friend, credit for this because I saw it on her Facebook page. And I was like, wow, I can't believe I missed that one. Isn't it a hoot that, I mean, you can't make this up. Facebook has that little line that says, what's on your mind? But you're not allowed to tell them what's on your mind unless it conforms with what they want you to do. I mean, I saw where Newsom, opponent, called him a weenie, and he was censored for that. You can't even call a guy a weenie? Oh, my God. I got the greatest insult of all time that I can't use because YouTube would not approve it. But, I mean, come on, weenie? All right. Russian military versus ours. The Russian military is now making fun of our military in their wokeness. They're making fun of it. I mean, how terrible is that? We are more worried about diversity. Diversity overall. Racism trumps any other issue. I can see it now. We're being invaded from the Atlantic coast by the Russians. We're being invaded by the West Coast by the Chinese at the same time. And we have to fight and defend ourselves. I swear to goodness, all the liberal Democrats would only be worried if there's a black person who's leading the platoons. That's the way they roll. Fox News watchers. There was a report that Fox News watchers are more in tune with and more knowledgeable of what's going on in the news than the CNBC, MSNBC crowd. Does that shock you? I think that's a hoot because they're the elite ones. I can tell you right now, folks, I every single day run into average Joe Americans that know more about what the hell's going on in this world than the elitists. Yesterday, my wife and I picked up some strawberries from the Wagner farm over in Alexandria. By the way, you can buy Wagner strawberries and fruits and vegetables at Lunken Airport. And this old guy is so freaking funny. I forget what he called Fauci, but it was a hoot. By the way, we didn't have to have masks on at the strawberry patch. LAURENE Jobs, Steve Jobs' widow, lots of money, and there's a story out that she is like the shadow George Soros. Isn't that comforting? Another billionaire on that side. I want to become a billionaire so I can fight those other billionaires. Help me do that. AMA, the American Medical Association, should they be worried about curing lives, curing cancer? Yes. But you know what? They announced that they want to, quote, embed racist justice in the AMA, in the medical field. So, once again, Eric, we're sorry you need this surgery. You only have a 10% of survival. And we got this really crack surgeon over here who's never lost a patient. But we're going to have Mr. Johnson, our young black resident, to do the surgery because we just need him to do the surgery because we need more black surgeons. AMA. 35 Republicans joined with the Democrats to vote for a Capitol riot commission. Are you kidding me? 35. I can tell you right now, there's nothing that drives me and you crazier, is it, than these Republicans that play footsie with the enemy. Always with some moral indignation like Mitt Romney or Meghan McCain or, you know, Ben Sasse and all. You know, there's some moral indignation. Well, I might be a Republican, but I put my country ahead of it. Bullshit. Cinderella. There's going to be a production of Cinderella. I didn't read who's doing it, but the fairy godmother is going to stress that magic has no gender. Do you believe that? Magic has no gender. Really? I thought magic was only for white males. Facebook. Again, Facebook took down a pro-Israeli page with over 77 million followers, a pro-Israel page. And you know why they say they took it down? Because of some of the anti-Israeli comments being made. You believe that crap? You can't make this up. I know you get tired of me saying that, but you can't make it up. Send me a phrase that is commensurate with that, and I'll use it, and I'll interchange them. GOP budget. GOP released their budget. They want to balance the budget. That's bullshit, both parties. They want to spend real money on real infrastructure. They want to complete the wall, things like that. You know what? I hate both political parties, but if you got to pick one, you got to go with the GOP. Obama on Trump. Obama allegedly called him an MFer, called him a this and that and everything else, all this big tough talk. Well, you know what, Barack? At least he put America first and he wasn't a communist, socialist, Marxist. And at least he wasn't a metrosexual weirdo who let his wife rule his freaking world. There. I'll defend Trump against Obama. By the way, it came out $90 million apparently has been paid off to the same ransomware folks that took down the Colonial Pipeline. So I ask you a rhetorical question. Who would you like to ransom? What would you like to ransom in the world? Because apparently it works pretty good. DEMS and HAMAS, 15% of Democratic voters, only 15% of the Democratic voters blame Palestine. Everybody, all the other Democratic voters blame Israel. What the hell? I wonder if those are the Jews. Netanyahu and Biden. Think about it. Netanyahu is like a Trump. tough as nails. Joe Biden, he's like a Barack. Wimp. Biden's telling Netanyahu to tone it down a little bit. Netanyahu goes, no. Now that's an ally of ours. What do you think Putin and Xi and Kim Jong-un and the rest of them are going to do? The Ayatollah, really? You're going to listen to him? Can you imagine? See, can you imagine what is said privately about Joe Biden with Netanyahu? Can you imagine that? Critical race theory versus patriotism. Don Lemon says critical race theory is more patriotic than patriotism. I wish he would truly announce, and it was fact instead of fake news, that he was leaving. Crypto crashing. First you have Elon Musk says he's going to sell it all. Then you got China not liking it. See, that's why I'm telling you, full disclosure, I've had people, young guys, tell me, get in this, get in this. And I see it going up, and God, I could have made some millions. But then I think to myself, man, it just doesn't smell right to me. I think cryptocurrency, another bump in the road. Last but not least, to prove how phony these people are, they present, hi, I'm Jill Biden. I'm a sweet little school teacher. Well, it's been reported that when Kamala called Joe a racist on the debate stage, old Jill said Kamala could go F herself. Woo! Woo! See, they're just all phonies. At least with Trump, he was real. Maybe he was coarse, but we knew he was coarse. At least he wasn't a big, fat phony. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great Thursday.